infatuated with the in-between, the ups and downs, the curves and the rounds. I bring it to your city or your hometown. I go back in time when the feeling was fine, when funkin' was legal and it wasn't a crime. Party people lined up and down the way, a bigger celebration than your birthday. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. And I have seen the world pristine, funk you up in the bushes, funk you down in the trees. Now look around, all the frowns, the yellow, the white, the red and the brown. And keep in mind, it never costs a dime, 'cause funkin' is free, I remember the time. Now look today, the streets are gray, time to take it back to yesterday. Funkin' in the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. It was good in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood.
And we're live.
And we're back.
Welcome
Coming to you live from wonderful South Carolina or North Carolina.
Wonderful North Carolina and sunny Central Ohio. I say sunny.
It's a little cloudy out there right now, but
it's always cloudy here too. It's fine.
it's hotter than crap out. I was outside most of the day today, and for a fat guy, not cool, bro. Not cool.
Look, the heat. It's rough, man. It gets all of us. It's. I'm not getting political, but it's the global warming. It's going to kill us all.
It's going to kill us all.
Anyway, I'm Wes.
Well,
this guy's David.
That just tagged us. That just tagged us down in the profiles. Oh, well, they're talking about global warming now.
But
So-
the social media algorithms love it. So
Yeah. Well, I just shared this out to Paris Hilton. I mean, I'm not sure she's a thing
she does
anymore,
watch our
but
show. She's a
I
big
have
fan.
no idea. It's like, hey, you should send this to this person. All right. Click, 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 click.
She left a comment last week saying that's hot. So that's
Yeah.
I'll take it.
It's hot.
Why not? That's apparently
Dude.
her catchphrase. Did you know that
is
she,
it?
because she actually tried to
Ohio State that?
She tried to Ohio State that, right? She tried to copyright.
If you get it, you get
That's
it.
hot. Yeah, they copyrighted or they trademarked the letter.
Yes,
the word
this
the.
is the Underdog journey. Just so you guys understand that. This
right.
is
Well,
the
we can
Underdog
say
journey.
that because we're not associated with sports, so we are going to trademark the.
Well, I mean, one of us likes to associate with sports, but so what is it you like going to the sports ball games?
The sports ball games,
Sports ball games are fun.
I love the sporting events where they do the
Yes.
stuff with the people and the things. It's cool. It's great.
Yes.
So, David, I gotta ask. You're in a different state. What are you drinking?
Tonight I'm drinking a lovely vintage. I don't know how to pronounce this. Water, spring water from Tuscany, from Italy, and I also have with me in my possession a Red Bull.
Clean living, my friend.
Red Bull.
Clean living.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to watch yourself, and take care of yourself and make sure you're not constantly just in it. Oh, look at this. I've got a bottle of Ohio I brought with me, and I got my Hibiki, which I'm going to crack these open. Hello.
Yeah. Again,
And go through. Hold on a second. Let me put these down. I'm drinking water.
He's just drinking water.
Just back to water and Red Bull.
Locke, how you doing, buddy?
Have you ever had a Red Bull? You should go upstairs right now and drink 2 Red Bulls.
Right before bedtime, drink some.
Right before bedtime.
Red Bull?
Tell
Yeah,
your
we don't have
mom.
Red Bull in the house.
Tell your mom I said it was okay.
It's a drink for grown-ups.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna drink it.
He's not gonna drink it. He's a rule follower.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink it either, but I am. I mean, I shouldn't, but I am.
Anyway.
So, Locke, what's going on? You getting ready to go back to school up there, right? Or are you guys already back?
Yeah, when do you go back to school? Next week.
Yeah, next week.
What grade are you gonna be in?
I'm the second.
That's
Second grade? What are you doing as a job? You got a job, right? Being that old.
What do you do for a job? Are you gonna start paying rent soon?
No!
Yeah, you gotta pay to live here.
Yeah.
You don't wanna be a freeloader your whole life?
You do that.
That's true. I do pay to live here. It's true.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna stay here.
Amanda Zobel, thank you. I love this so much too.
Oh, hi, Mandy.
Bye, buddy. All right.
So here's the great thing. So I've been on a bit of a trip here. Where's the other one actually? Where's the little girl?
The daughter, the girl.
Katie.
Yeah, she's
The female
never
offspring.
ever gone by Katie. She is. She's not here. She's upstairs, probably eating candy. That's what my kids do.
This close to bedtime? What kind of parent are you?
I know. Well, it was. They're chasing with some Red Bull. So.
All right, now you're cool. Now you're good. You're good to go. You're square.
So. In the spirit of the show,
so
one of us
you know
has to
what
have some
I'm
sort of
drinking.
booze.
Yeah, you gotta have a. Well, I mean, I do have it over here, and I'm really thinking about cracking that sucker open.
You better not.
But tell me, what do you got? What do you got over there rocking? Because that looks a little hazy. Is that
it's
what I
not
think
bad.
it is?
It's not bad. I'm still working on the coffee blonde ale, blonde on blonde from Parkersburg Brewing
I've seen that
Company.
video.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a family show. Blonde on blonde. I'll leave it at that. It's actually pretty good. It's coffee. It's a coffee blonde ale, pretty tasty. Could use a little more coffee and a little less ale, but it's not bad.
So it strikes me as odd because most of your ales and some lagers and other drinks, when you start introducing the coffee into them, you end up with a lot darker. So hold that back up there because that's actually quite a light color.
It's pretty light. It's not so typically associate coffee with like a stout or a
Stout,
porter.
yes, yeah.
But this is a coffee blonde ale, so naturally it's going to be a little lighter. You can tell it was brewed with something with a little bit different type of bitterness than you get out of a hop, right? Out of hops. But I don't get much coffee out of it, so I wish it had more coffee and a little less hops. It would really hit the spot.
A little more coffee, a little less hops. Now, I'm not a coffee guy, but I never want to go overboard on hops either. So, when you held it up there, it actually has a lot of the color characteristics of one of our favorite beers, both of us.
It does.
I thought it was rocking some Elvis juice over there.
It looks a lot like Elvis juice or an unfiltered Hefeweizen.
Yeah. Oh yes. Okay. So after the show, so we got a real hard stop tonight, but we are locking it down. 8:00. I gotta shut it down, and I'll be like on the way, and we're out and gone. Literally a second this show wraps up tonight because I've got a whole crew of people because I'm out on business.
Yep.
And we are going to a place down here. It's a beer garden. that has the most taps in the world. Wait, I got a Jeremy Clarkson. I got a Jeremy Clarkson now.
Okay, do the thing.
In the world. There we go.
Okay. It sounds pretty good.
The best car in the world. So if you don't know Jeremy Clarkson, you are missing out on some ridiculously offensive language, and you should go check him out.
Will do. Jeremy Clarkson.
Jeremy Clarkson from I guess he's Grand Tour now. It used to be Top Gear.
Yeah,
and tons of stuff.
Yeah, Top Gear died when they brought Matt LeBlanc on. Come on. Nobody wants to see
that
Matt
was
LeBlanc.
when those guys left.
Right.
And sorry, I'm still over here trying to get all the invites and everything out to everyone.
Yeah, Facebook keeps making it harder. So we actually do have some news items.
Actually, well, speaking of that, we were just talking as in the show prep before the show about the changes. Yeah. So you guys have known we are rather vocal about things, and I've actually been having this conversation a lot with a lot of people making changes for change's sake.
Mm-hmm.
I know you may be thinking you're bringing a value, but you're not. If it's not truly a problem, the old saying from the old cranky guys, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right. 100%.
It holds just as true today as it did 100 years ago. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Leave it alone.
Somewhere in Facebook's headquarters, there's a whole team of people trying to justify their existence, and that's what happens. They keep trying to change things.
Yes, you got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it. You got to keep changing. Well, we're going to bring this experience. We're going to bring this experience. Whoa. We like this experience. Leave it alone. In a year, 2 years, 5 years, when you have basically a refresh platform, save all that up. We'll be excited about it then, because some of the issues will actually be real issues. I mean, keep the security patches coming, guys. We're all fan of those.
But here's what you do: you send out test experiences to different people in different demographics. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't just roll it out for everybody and say, "Oh, it's great." No, you have test audiences.
So we've actually covered something very similar to this way back when we were still broadcasting almost weekly from the from my old
office. That was
from the old shop there, the original location that we set up and had all the stuff and everything in the back, the fire alarm panels and everything. We talked about when you launch things, you can actually launch an A/B program where if you want to do data mining on this demographic, you can have run A going over here. And it's when you click the website from this email, it reroutes it to that A website. But you can also test your demographic with a whole nother set, test a whole nother set of demographics with B or C and D and on and on, but AB. And we talked about this in depth way back when. I mean, it's been 2 years now, but 2 years ago we were talking about stuff very similar to this right here. So Facebook, come on, man, get it together.
Right. Seriously, this is the 21st century. Let's figure this out. But we actually do have a couple news items we're going to get to before the main topic. And the first one I'm bringing up because I'm a huge science fan. I'm a huge science nerd. Exactly. Nerd. We need that sound effect. Okay, so
nerd.
As most of you may be aware, the James Webb Telescope recently went up and sent back some amazing imagery. I mean,
that straight up is a piece of pepperoni.
Well, hold on. Some amazing things that we've just literally never seen as a species are sending back. So this photo was posted by a French astronomer talking about the James Webb Telescope. And, as you said, unfortunately, top scientist admits space telescope image was actually a slice of chorizo.
All right. So if they did that on purpose, I am all on board.
Right, exactly.
If you're punking people, you have my full support.
Right. So
I'm just saying.
He actually had to come out and apologize because people took it seriously. And yes, this is not a distant star. This is actually a piece of chorizo.
That's a piece of sausage.
Right. Exactly.
He took a picture of his sausage and put it on the internets.
Nobody wants your unsolicited sausage pics, man. It
is. Yeah, it's not cool. Don't do it.
Do not.
Just don't do it.
And we have a couple more here. I just got to pull them up real quick. One, I'm gonna
wait a minute. A couple more what?
Couple more unsolicited sausage pics.
Oh, okay.
No,
on your own head be it.
But bum. So this one I'm actually going to mark up to just poor marketing from an amazingly huge a company who usually does a great job. Netflix. Users don't play games. Basically, what's happening, Netflix subscribers aren't playing any games, literally. Of its 221 million users globally, just 1.7 million, just 1%, interact with the streaming platform's video games on a daily basis. Did you know that Netflix has
video games?
Exactly. That was my thought, too. Nobody even knew they had video games. No wonder nobody plays your games, Netflix. You don't market it. You don't talk about it.
I'm curious now. I want to hang up and go play Netflix video games now.
Me too.
What games? Does it have a list? Does it tell us what kind of games are in there?
It doesn't. This is from LinkedIn News.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
So apparently they're shocked. They're surprised and they're shocked that nobody's playing their video games.
So what have you done to promote this? What have you done to market this? What was your target? What was your customer metric? I didn't know it existed.
This article was literally the first time I'd ever heard this.
Yeah, that's
Anna
lovely.
Calendar has it right. Talk about epic fail. I totally agree.
Yes, our server, the Ford flying car, is just not taking off.
Right.
Pun intended. We haven't marketed. We haven't told anybody it exists. Let's scrap the project. So somewhere now there's another MBA in the mix now going, I can save X amount of dollars if we scrap this, where we have less than a 2%?
Right.
No, less than 1%. Less than 1% interaction with this service. We can save $3 million a year.
Right.
Well, that looks like a $3 million savings on something that's getting, you're not getting revenue. We're not even talking about revenue. We're talking about customer base interaction with this portion of the software. Less than 1%. So somewhere there's a MBA that's getting ready to get a huge pat on the back for saving them millions of dollars.
Right. In the meantime,
and otherwise, the marketing department's about to save money because they're going to fire them.
Right. Yeah. In the
they're going to fire those no good people.
Nobody knew this even existed. So I'll bet whoever's in charge of that department at Netflix is just ripping their hair out like nobody even knew this existed.
Yeah.
By the way, our favorite unknown user is watching. I'm going to guess that's Shannon Black.
That is Shannon Black. That is that's our boy right there. But yeah, I don't know why it comes up on your end. It comes up as unknown user, but for me, it comes up Shannon Black.
I have another one here. One more news story that we had to get to.
And Anna does say no sausage pics.
It's true. Anna Calendar. Good.
It's a wise one.
Good advice. Never send unsolicited sausage pics. So here's one again from LinkedIn News. Italy says buy pie. Terrible. That's not even a pun. That's just bad writing. To Domino's. So Domino's is.
Oh, okay. It's a play on bye-bye versus bye-bye.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's terrible. Okay. So listen to this. Domino's is quitting its ancestral home. Again, poor writing. Is quitting its ancestral home of the pizza after the American style pies failed to grab a slice of the Italian market. First of all, they're trying to be creative with the way to write this.
Oh my
Second of all, somebody thought it would be a great idea to put. They actually originally wanted to put 880 Pizza Hut stores, Domino's stores in Italy. That's like somebody trying to open a Panda Express chain in China.
All right. Wait. Okay. Well, I mean, Italian pizza's garbage, but so is New York pizza too. So anyway,
they think our pizza's garbage. Is my point.
Exactly. So it's not. We have beat this dead horse, and apparently, those of you guys who watch the show on a regular basis. This is just okay. I just got the message up here on the screen from Johan Calendar, and it got me by surprise. But anyway, we have talked about the importance of a customer avatar. We have talked about it ad nauseum. We have beat that dead horse. We have many other phrases, puns, sayings that we can put together to tell you how important this is. If you don't know who you're trying to have your business, not necessarily me or not necessarily West or you in fact, who your business is trying to speak to, then you're lost in the din.
Right. So if you're Domino's Pizza, if you're an American-style pizza chain, Italy probably doesn't fit your core demographic.
Exactly. And Domino's, feel free to reach out to West or myself. We will set up a campaign for you. And I guarantee it will be more successful than Buy Pie.
I want to see how much money they spent and lost on this whole
on
thing.
that venture.
Oh, and not buy pie. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about putting pizza chains in Italy.
Well, yeah. Well,
Again,
I'm tortured by the number of terrible forced and tortured puns that are in this article.
Oh, just poor writing. They're trying to be creative.
It's so bad. So bad. You know what this sounds like? It sounds like, you remember those things we did a few weeks ago about how to get automated words generated? It was as if they said pizza, pun, Italy. Bam.
Right.
Those
and
are the
some
three
AI
words.
wrote all these.
AI, go to town. Go to town, do your thing, work your magic. And this is what you get. This is why we said you can get it, but you need to proofread it. You can't just click send and publish.
Right, exactly. So a couple fails on this one. But Domino's, honestly.
But Domino's is a huge fail. So yeah, we've got a lot of jokes, and I'm picking apart the writing. And so are you. But that doesn't mask the fact that this is a colossal miss from a company who spent millions and millions of dollars in something that they should have never been in. If you were going to try to launch, so if Domino's was launching, so if this is me, I'm CEO of Domino's, I'm sitting in the room, and somebody says, we're going to Italy, they better bring a plan. And there's this thing we call a disruptor, that you are disrupting the core market in any area or any technology or vertical. So if I'm the CEO and they're bringing me this, they can't bring me, we're going to take American Pizza or Domino's and put them in Italy, because that's not a disruptor. That's a loss of money. That's what that is. It's a poor investment.
100%.
There's no way I'm granting funding for that project. There's not a chance in hell. So, but if they brought it to me and said, hey, we've got this plan to be a disruptor in this market, and this is how we're going to do it and how we're going to compete against them. All right, now I'm going to at least listen.
Well, again,
probably
this is also
probably
why
still say no.
This is also why you have test markets.
Yes.
This is why you have test markets. But, David, you're going to love this. The next American chain to break new ground in Italy is going to be Olive Garden. So that's going to be a huge success. I can't wait to visit the Olive Garden in Italy coming soon. That's not true, but I'll bet whatever executive thought this is a great idea might get fired and go to the Olive Garden.
He's going over to Olive Garden and going over from what's the name of the company?
I got a great idea for you.
I don't remember. Yeah. Hey, by the way, they just didn't like Domino's. Domino's didn't put enough investment behind it. So, but if we get a proper investment in here, we can bankrupt all of Olive Garden.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I think of Olive Garden. Olive Garden to me is, no offense to Olive Garden or Applebee's, because I'm getting ready to drag them into this too. But Olive Garden, Applebee's, TGI Friday, I call them all Applebee's. They're all the same restaurant. They do all the same stuff. So we got Italian Applebee's, we've got Mexican Applebee's, which is Chili's. We've got Applebee's, or TGI Fridays, which is a weekend Applebee's. So all of these places, and we got Steak Applebee's, which is Texas Roadhouse and all these, but they're all the same restaurant. You go in, you look at the menus, how it's set up, and all the brick and brack, and all the stuff they have on the walls, and how they interact with you. They are literally the same restaurant across the board. But guess what? That model works in a very specific demographic.
Does. They know their
keep up the good
audience.
Work.
Yeah,
keep up the good work.
Tell me,
because I'll tell you, I go to some really nice Italian restaurants, but you give me a chance to get some chicken Alfredo and some unending breadsticks from
the never-ending
Olive Garden.
Breadsticks. It's a thing,
dude. I'm not. Hey, look at my stomach. I'm not one to turn down breadstick.
Look, tell me those people don't know their audiences. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
They know their audience better than Domino's, apparently.
Yes. So hopefully when we're going to call him Jeremy goes over to
the Olive Garden.
from Domino's over to Olive Garden, they know to just shut that down.
Right.
You've got your box. Don't think I've been very vocal about this. Don't think outside the box. Right. If it's outside the box, it doesn't belong. It doesn't belong in the box. If it belongs in the box, then it should have never been outside the box to begin with. All right, what's story number 3? What do you got for me?
Chris Martin says hello. Those are my 3 stories
Chris,
for the day.
Cool.
Those are my 3 stories for the day. I had 3. You forgot the chorizo.
Oh, yes. I was trying to put the sausage pick out of my mind. I won't lie.
The unsolicited sausage pick was a legitimate news story. You hate to admit it, but it was real. It was real.
Real one, yeah.
So last week, David, we were speaking with Stevie Evans about Big Bentley's Pet Supply, and he's about to change his eComm shop, and I think he said he might go to Shopify. He's actually going to have a third party build this for him, which is smart. Look, not everybody wants to get into the nitty gritty and build this stuff from the ground up.
Yeah.
But that's one of the reasons we're talking about it today, because you know, look, everybody has. Sorry, I got distracted by Anna Calendar again, begging us no sausage picks. Everybody has a product idea, right? It could be. You know, you could have a really awesome printer, and you want to start a small print shop, or you make T-shirts, or your daughter Penny makes Penny's bows.
Yeah, we've talked about this in the past too. That everybody's walking around with a business idea. Everybody's walking around with $1 million idea.
Right.
Everybody has a startup ready to go.
It's true, but one of the main things that stops people from taking it to the next level is it's intimidating thinking about how you're going to sell this stuff. Nobody wants to.
Yeah.
How are you going to build an e-com store? I mean, you go on, shopping, websites all the time, and nobody has any idea where to even start. They don't realize how easy it is.
Oh, it's very easy.
Super easy.
Very easy.
And we're going to build one right now.
Which because of the reload or the location and travel and everything, we didn't have a whole lot of time for show prep today. What is the website we're going to be using today?
All right, so the three biggest starter e-com sites are going to be, you're going to have Wix, you're going to have Squarespace.
Well, I like Wix.
You're going to have Squarespace.
I haven't had a lot of experience with Squarespace, but I have had Wix.
And
which
Shopify.
Is very nice.
So,
and I mean, everybody knows Shopify.
Right. So first we're going to run through the differences between the three
right.
at a very high level, and then we're actually going to build a shop, a fully functional e-com shop on Shopify. And here's the great thing. We haven't practiced this at all. I actually haven't built a shop in Shopify in years. Like, since Shopify was very, very new. It's changed almost completely since the last time I used it. So it's going to be interesting. And we're going to show you just how easy it is. And we have just over, 2 minutes over half an hour. We have 32 minutes left.
Yeah.
And we're going to build a fully functional e-com website within that time.
In case you guys don't know, that was West reminding me not to interrupt him too much so he can get this done.
Well, I know you have to run. I don't want to get you in trouble.
Yeah.
But
I'll be fine.
No, the reason I mention that is because in less than a half hour, we are going to build a fully functional e-com website.
All right. While you're getting that started and getting everything pulled up and ready to go, one of the things that's going to come with this, and this is something that even if you're not selling a product that you necessarily need e-com functionality, setting up a basic website, we are talking in 30 minutes easy. Within 30 minutes, you can have a basic website set up. And the biggest thing you can do about this, you can buy your domain through GoDaddy. Something as low as $11 for the first year. It's absolutely insane. Pay the $1.99 or $2.99 or whatever it is per month and get email service. Right now, they use Office 365 is what they bounce their email service through.
Yeah.
So it's a good platform. It's a great. I mean, Office 365 is an amazing platform. Absolutely love it. So integration with Outlook is you don't get. I mean, it literally is the online version basically of Outlook.
Oh yeah.
So integration to Outlook or stuff that you're already familiar with is there, and your phone, if you select the native email server email software on your phone, it's built in. You can select Office 365, punch it in the stuff, and punch in the data, and you have it on your phone. So there is no reason ever to have something like I'm gonna pick on Big Bentleys right here. That's not what they do, but to have somebody like that trying to develop and grow and have Big Bentleys Pet Supply at gmail.com.
Right.
There's
and we're going to work
absolutely no excuse.
And we're going to work with Stevie on that. He's got some room to grow. But your own email domain is super, super easy. And we'll actually have a whole, so next week Stevie's coming back. The following week, we will do a whole episode on how to set up your email domain name and talk about the importance of why to have that thing. So we're going to jump right in. We're going to start talking about the differences between, and this is just an article I Googled, and there are 100 different articles that are almost identical. So we're just going to run through this. This is from Cart to Cart, shoppingcartmigration.com. I'm not really, I don't know this company, but I read through this article. The data is 100% accurate, so this is just easier than me making up my own spreadsheet with my own star ratings. So we're just going to run through these really quick at a super high level. Shopify versus Wix versus Squarespace. These all have e-com functionality, and they're, frankly, almost identical to most people. But if we're talking ease of use, ongoing maintenance, they're, again, Identical. All have 5 stars. These are all very, very easy platforms to use. A lot of it comes down to personal preference. We break it down into themes and templates. All of these have pre-built themes and templates that you can use. You can even have custom templates made. If you go on like Fiverr.com, you can actually have somebody build you a custom theme or template for any one of these.
Here soon, not to interrupt you, but I'm going to. We need to do a whole show on Fiverr.
Absolutely.
And show how much you can get done for a really, really competitive price.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
You know, back in the day, we had a show that we basically said you're paying one with the other. Either you're investing your time or you're investing your money. And with Fiverr, you're investing your money, but you're really being able to be conservative with it.
Right. Absolutely. So we're going to keep moving. It gives you some template ideas there. Shopify versus Wix versus Squarespace. Design customization. Now, if you want to get more customized themes and templates, you're going to want to go with Shopify. Shopify is just going to have the greater capability to customize, to move things around, to add your own images the way that you want them. If you see another website, you can make something in Shopify that looks almost identical to almost any other website out there. You're going to be slightly more limited with Squarespace and even more limited with Wix. Now, they're both great and easy to use, but as far as design flexibility, you're better off with Shopify. Let's see. Let's keep moving. Apps and extensions. So all these are going to have plugins and apps and, little widgets that you can pop in there from time to time.
Yeah.
Again, same as before, same as the customization. Shopify's gonna be the best, followed by Squarespace, followed by Wix, and we'll get into some of this in a few minutes.
Yes, and here's the thing you can look at. You see, so some people fall into the idea of thinking that, oh, this is 5 stars, clear what I need. This is 4 stars. This is better. This is only 3 stars. It's garbage. No, maybe your website or what you're doing doesn't need these. So the best solution for you may actually be Wix. Even though we're only looking at it here in a couple of these categories that have 3 stars, you might not need what those other 2 stars are supposedly assuming that you're going to need. So just if you follow along like a strict good, better, best practice and you're not looking at the application, you're going to run into problems. So you need to know what you're going to do, which you should have already had that in your calendar and your roadmap that we told you about, over the last 2 years.
It's true.
And available on our website for free. So just because it's only showing 3 here doesn't necessarily mean that we're ruling it out. So we're not saying it's a bad product, and they're not saying it's a bad product.
Right.
We're just saying, you're not going to get as much malleability with this as you will the other 2.
Right. Absolutely. They all have their pros and cons. But in this case, as far as customization, as far as apps and widgets and whatnot go, Shopify is your best option. Let's see. Shopify pricing. Shopify still has the better price out of the other ones.
There's a reason why it's one of the most well known. It's one of it is, without saying it's the go-to, it's about as close to being the go-to as you can get without being the go-to.
Right. And I do want to put this out there. So we're not getting a penny from Shopify. We're not trying to do affiliate marketing here at all. We're just talking about the platforms we like based on the research that we've done.
And websites that we have built.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally. So as far as pricing goes, Shopify is still your best option, followed by Wix, then followed by Squarespace. Let's see. Let's break it down some more. Payment gateways. Now, as far as receiving payments from your customers.
Very important.
Right.
Very important.
You got to get your money. All of these platforms have payment gateways built in. However, Shopify's is by far the easiest to set up, the most flexible as far as adding payment options, and they give you the best data, in my opinion, back on those sales. So Shopify, still, payment gateways is the way to go for ease of use there. And, speaking of this, I didn't even bring up WordPress, because WordPress for eComm functionality uses a plugin called WooCommerce. And WooCommerce is super powerful. It's great. However, it's very manual, very hard to use. You're probably going to want to hire a third-party developer to set that up for you. So with Shopify, you can do it yourself in literally a couple of minutes, and we'll show you that here in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the functionality you're going to get, or the customability, I'm not sure if that's a word. What was the one that we used to? The customization on one of the ones it's more complicated and more granular. You're gonna get that in there. Some of these are not going to be as much. Right now, I'm actually exploring the GoDaddy's website builder, and I'm taking a look for future to look at the e-commerce functionality out of that platform.
And GoDaddy's
so we'll be able to review that at a future date. But it's the first time I'm using GoDaddy's actual site to try to do this, because I wanted to see. All right, we've tried Shopify, we've done Wix, I've done a couple other ones as well. I haven't done a Squarespace, but for other websites or other things, we've tried them. So I wanted to try GoDaddy on one. So I'm doing it right now.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, you got to tell us how that goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on, man. I talk about everything.
That's true.
Can't shut him up.
So
like
now
Donkey on Shrek.
Now we're talking eComm functionality. As far as eComm functionality goes, that is as adding your product, adding prices, descriptions, ease of use at checkout. Guess what? Shopify still has 5 stars versus 3 stars for both Squarespace and Wix. So we're going to show you how to build this out. Super, super easy, super, super fast. Shopify still comes out number 1 there. SEO
that right there. That's great. But the ease of purchase is going to make a huge, and I cannot stress this enough, a huge impact on actually closing the sale.
Right. Well, then you get the benefit
it's not
of
easy,
customer loyalty. You get the benefit of building out the customer lifetime value. You want your customers coming back and spending more money with you, buying from you again in the future, recommending your site to their friends. Guess what? If they have a hard time at checkout, that's never going to happen.
Yeah,
you're never.
And the LTV, which we haven't talked about in the past, but the LTV should be part of your avatar.
Right.
You should be looking at what the lifetime value of that customer is in your avatar.
Right. Absolutely. So eComm functionality. Sorry about that. Is going to be best with Shopify, and that's something you want to remember. Now we have SEO capabilities. SEO capabilities means how easy is it for somebody to find your website on Google, on any search engine.
Go back and watch our episode on search engine optimization.
Mm-hmm.
We've done it. We've been there. We've told you about it.
Right.
Use the tools, Luke.
Right. So Shopify's still number 1, followed by Squarespace, followed by Wix. They're the way they build their website, and you can add keywords to the description, description to the website in general, is optimized for SEO functionality. And you can actually see a list here as far as the best SEO score. Yes. 1 second. My son came back down, and he has a few things to say.
Dude, straight up thought somebody came into my room. He was talking. I really jumped on that. He started talking. I'm like, oh my God, somebody's in my room.
Hey guys, what you doing? What are you up to?
Hi, Katie.
Don't touch the mic. Sorry.
Why?
Well, because it needs to be right where it is.
It needs to be just so.
It needs to be just so. Hey, how is your...
So, Catherine, are you heading to school next week too?
Yeah.
Yeah? What grade are you going to be in?
Kindergarten.
No, you can say it loud.
Kindergarten.
But not close to the mic. You missed part of it. So you're going into kindergarten. We got one going into 2nd grade.
Yeah, kindergarten and 2nd grade. These kids are getting
nice. Big. So what do you want to be when you grow up?
What do you want to be when you grow up, Locke?
I'm still thinking about about it.
You used to say
me too, bro. Me too.
Yeah, I'm still stumped.
What do you want to be when you
grow
up?
Still stumped. Fluxumed.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything.
We're still
Fluxum's an Fluxum's an underused word. We should really get that into our more daily vocabulary.
Exactly. Fluxum. That's where you want to be.
That's right.
All right, guys.
Anna Callender, Locke. Anna Callender would like to let you know that she's in the same boat.
It's true.
Yes.
We all are.
This growing up thing is for the birds.
Growing up. It stinks. All right. So let's get back to it. We can actually see the SEO score of all these different e-commerce platforms here. And right here, right below Shopify, you're actually going to see WooCommerce, which is your WordPress. But guess what? Check it out. Squarespace is going to be well below other competitors. And Wix is actually down here at the bottom. So your best bet for SEO
I wouldn't be
finding your website.
Don't get me wrong. Shopify is an easy decision on if you're looking SEO is a big indicator of what you're looking for. But I mean, where I can't see it here. Squarespace sets at 91. A score 91. I understand that. A score 75.
They need to do some work.
That needs some work.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't you can't be one of the top 3 with an SEO score of 75. You really need to put some work into that.
Right.
That is something that some of your templates, some of the geocoding in your templates could help. Some wording in your templates can help. There's some stuff that you can do.
There's a lot you can do, but
in that
Wix isn't necessarily helping you with that.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Now the 91 score from Squarespace, that's not terrible. I've seen worse.
Yeah, no. Yeah, absolutely.
But
we've seen it down on Wix.
Shopify's 98%. I mean, that is gold. Because again, if nobody can find your website, you're not going to sell anything.
They can't buy it. Yeah.
So
it. Wait a minute. Did you set that up as a callback? Netflix and your video games?
True. Exactly. That's it. Look, if nobody knows you have the product, nobody's going to use the product. Netflix, give me a call. Call me.
Yeah.
Call me. Okay.
We're not getting creepy at all.
Well, my daughter whispered.
She
brought it
Then
up.
she
All
yelled. Right. Then you're like, no, you can say it loud.
Loud noises.
Get the earphone off.
Okay.
All right. What's next? What's next on our list here?
And one of the more important things here is customer support. You got to have good customer support because no matter how good you are at what you do, you're eventually going to run into problems.
Yes. And you can go back to the show. We were up on stage in Columbus, and I was having
some tech issues.
Well, I was having some issues in some stuff like buying, selling houses. And I was having problems with customer service that day. And we just before the show, Wes, he goes over, I'm talking, and we get on the show, and he goes, let it rip, Dave. And man, I just tore into customer service.
I remember that episode. That was a good one.
How important it is. So you can have a midline product. You know what? That's not the show. Let's keep going. Go back and watch that show. It was a great one.
It was a good one. So
it was a rant from me for an hour and a half.
That was a good episode, though. Rants always do well. Shopify is the best. So Wix and Squarespace aren't bad, but Shopify, look, they're a massive company for a reason, and part of that reason is they keep their customers very happy. So very, very important there. Now, look, let's say you did all your research, did all your homework, you got all your ducks in a row, you're ready to start your business, you have your product, you want to sell. Doesn't matter what the product is. Could be a white paper, could be T-shirts, for all I care.
Yeah, you're down to 17 minutes, man. You better get those fingers working.
We're gonna rip through this. Okay, so
let her rip.
We're gonna look through the pricing. We're gonna say, you know what? Essentially, almost, for a small business, a home startup, all you're gonna need is the basic, $29 a month. And look, you sell 1 or 2 products. This more than pays for itself. So let's say that's a done deal.
That should not be. So when I hear people, and go ahead, you keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to talk because you got to get moving.
Well, so I already have all my stuff ready.
Oh, okay. So when they talk about, the price of this or price of that, or I've got to do this, or I've got to make this product I got to sell this many products to sell. I'm like, no. This is the cost of doing business.
Right.
Don't think of it. It is overhead. Don't think of this many units to cover that. This is your overhead. You have to pay this. This is not negotiable.
Right. Also,
so
these
don't
are
worry
things,
about that.
Also, these are expenses that you can write off once you start making sales.
Yes.
So keep that in mind.
And more importantly, this is how you make your sale. Don't cheap out here. Henry Ford would slap you. Keep on going.
Exactly. So when you land on Shopify.com, basically what you want to do is you want to start your free trial. They offer a 14-day free trial. Now, when you do activate your website, when you fully publish it, you do have to enter your payment information, but they don't bill you until the end of that 14 days. So keep that in mind. If you go for 13 days, you change your mind, you didn't lose a penny.
Yep.
So here's what you do. You start your free trial by entering your website. You're in there, and once you enter your email address, it's going to ask you a couple things. It's going to ask you for your company name. It's going to ask you, your address, some information like that.
Standard stuff.
So to
standard
save
stuff,
some,
you don't need us to go through that because you guys know what your name is, right?
So to save some time, I did all that. Now, once you enter all that information, you are going to land on, guess what? This page here. This is your startup page, and from here, you can actually go in and start customizing your eComm shop. It's basically ready to go for the most part. Now, first thing you want to do, you want to pick a good template. And we're going to race through this pretty quickly because we got 15 minutes left. Okay, so first thing you want to go to online store. Or online store, then you want to hit themes. Because you want to know what your website's going to look like, don't you? By default, your theme is going to be Dawn. Now, Dawn's a fine template, but I want to go for something a little more unique. Guess what? They have so many free themes and free templates that you can choose from. Let's explore free themes, shall we? So there are, look at all these. There are so many.
That very first one, that's actually kind of nice.
Right. There are a ton, to begin with. This is just to begin with. There are a bunch here.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and say,
Go with that first one with the beer can, man.
let's go with this one. I don't know if that's a beer can. I think it's
I'm going to pretend it's a beer can.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it might be.
Hey, it's called Refresh. So we're going to
All right,
we're going to go with that. All right. Let's say we like this one. We're going to add this to the thing. We're going to add.
Skincare regime.
We're going to publish. And it's refreshing. It's refreshing. It's thinking about it.
I'm thinking.
Come on, man. I got less than 15 minutes left.
Come on, man.
There we go. Okay. Nope. It's still thinking.
Knock knock.
Hello?
I was trying to fill. I was trying to fill the gap with a joke, but
Okay. You know what? It's going to go extra slow because it knows we're watching. That's exactly what's happening.
well, that
right here.
and we're using a pretty decent amount of bandwidth with the show. So
It's true. We totally are. So you can also
Oh, is it?
upload themes. Let's say somebody builds your theme. You can also upload your own. So there you go. Okay. So we just added this theme. We are going to.
there we go.
Now what we want to do is we want to customize our theme. So from here, we can go to, let's see, we want to go home. And customers, marketing, discount, online store. Where is this? We want to go to pages. Did the theme update? The theme still says Dawn. Okay, let's.
You know what? We're going with Dawn. Dawn's our theme. Let's let her rip.
Nope. We're going with refresh. We're going to hit customize. There we go. Okay, so we're customizing our refresh theme.
Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go.
So,
Underdog sunglasses. Love it.
Exactly. So, like I said, I cut some corners to get some things ready. But this is basically what your homepage is going to look like. Now, from this customization page, you can actually go through and you can customize all the different sections of your website, including your cart. You can add blogs. You can add videos to this stuff. This is awesome. So, here's what we want to do. On our homepage, we want to, let's say we want to update this top banner up here. You click on it. Guess what? Let's say I want to make sure the first thing people see is that we have free shipping worldwide.
U.S. only, man. Have you ever tried to ship overseas? It's ridiculous.
Okay, free shipping for the U.S. Okay. If I could spell.
See, I can type. I don't
Plus,
know
there's
what
also
the
a bit
word
of a lag.
count is. Yeah, I can't even tell you how fast I can type. I mean, I can get this thing going. It sounds like somebody playing drums going crazy over here. Somebody starts watching me.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Exactly.
No. It's
So-
like, and click, and click, and click.
So our top banner announcement, free shipping in the U.S. That's the first thing they see when they land on your website. After this, what you want to do is, let's say we want to update this background image here. I don't know what's happening there, but we're going to change our cover image. We're going to say...
I like it.
We are going to...
I know. We're going to show them the malleability of it, but I do like that background.
It's interesting, but we want to show off our products, right? So we want to change dynamic source, remove dynamic source. Let's select an image. Again, I have not practiced any of this at all, so we're just doing this on the fly. We're showing you how easy this is on the fly. I did, however, prepare some images only because
great.
Right, because we're starting a sunglasses shop. So I'm going to show you some sunglasses.
Hey, I was watching your show the other day. You had an excellent guest on, by the way.
Which show?
Your Order of the Pipe.
Oh, the Pipe channel. Yeah, that guest, he was pretty good.
Yeah, he was very good.
Yeah, he's awesome. Okay, so where is our main image? I'm gonna go with this guy here. And
Portrait of a young dude. You're about to put this up on the internet. You better make
we're
sure you
live
got that
online.
right.
I don't think this is anything inappropriate. Exceeds
Young
20
handsome
megapixels.
boy. Straight up says picture of a young handsome boy.
Whoops. Okay,
Bro.
so it is not what you think it is.
I really hope not.
Okay. So apparently this image is too big. Oh no! Let's see. Exceeds 20 mega. It says megapixels.
Megapixels.
That's not a thing when we were talking about image resolution. That's let's see, 11.9 megabytes. I didn't know it'd be that big. Okay, let's go with one that's a little smaller. Let's pick a different image. Let's say we like. Unfortunately, look at this. I gotta. Everything keeps automatically uploading to the cloud. I hate that. Okay, so we're gonna see if that one works. That one's also too big. Come on, man. Okay, we're running out of time here. We're gonna make this work. Okay, let's find one that's exceedingly
I'm starting to
small.
like that. I'm starting to like that background even more.
We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make this work.
We're gonna make it work.
Come on, lucky number 3. Lucky number 3.
There we go.
And we
have
got
a
some
winner.
sunglasses that aren't showing up. So we're gonna go to free image. Hey, there they are. Okay, so we got the background image.
Well, we just got sued by Oakley.
No, we sell Oakleys at this shop. We sell Oakleys.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
okay.
what we want to do is
The Underdog Oakley store. Love it.
Exactly. So we're Xing out of that. And it didn't update. Okay, I don't think we didn't save the image. It's fine. We're going to save this background image. We are flying through as fast as we possibly can here. Okay, now what we can do is we can actually go through and we can change this CTA button. We like to shop now. We want to say buy our glasses. Buy our glasses. Okay, we like that.
Buy our glasses.
.com. Okay. Let's say, in the slideshow, we want to have the header and subheader message here. We want to say, for the header, we're going to call this Underdog Eyewear.
Okay. I got to be careful because wordsmithing is not what we need to be doing here. It's just a showing. So we need to be like,
Oh yeah,
instead of like, well, we could, but no. Right now, we want to get through this so we can show you how fast you can go through it and do this.
The button link, you can add any URL there you want. However, the button should go to your collections page. So your collections page, we'll show you in a second, is actually where you have your products.
Yeah.
So that's where that is. Let's see. You can also add styles to your buttons. You can change the styling of your button. You can change the location of your button. Left, center, right, up, down. You can customize...
Up, down, down, left, right, ABA.
Exactly. You can customize all this stuff. This template here specifically is it's a carousel. If you wanted to have multiple images shifting back and forth, you could totally do that. However, we're not going to do that because we don't have the time. So I'm going to hit save up here. I'm going to hit save. That's saved. Okay, changes saved. We should have done that with our sunglasses image we had. We're going to hit back. And since we don't want to have the slideshow, the carousel, we're going to select each one of these, and we are going to delete. We're going to remove block. We're going to select the next one.
Oh, I thought there was a trash button up there. There it is. Oh, no, there's a hamburger up there.
It's down at the very bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
And we're going to remove block. So now we only have the main carousel image here. And let's say that we want to change this product area just below. Okay, so these products are part of, let's see, customer review and testimonial, featured collection. So for the featured collection, this is actually going to reference your collection area. So collection area is where you have all your products. So how do we add products to this, you may ask? Well, let's go back and find out. So let's save this. Once it saves, we're now going to hit exit.
Now, to be fair on this actually would go faster if we weren't streaming. So, I mean, right now we're really cramming a lot through. Not only the bandwidth of the internet, we're also taxing pretty heavily the processor on the computer as well.
Right, exactly. I mean, we are really blowing through this. So where is the collections area? Again, it's been forever since I've actually worked with this. Yada yada yada. Let's find the collections area. Boy, I'm gonna look really dumb if we can't find the collections. Okay, we're looking.
Yeah, I've got two screens here where the one that you're doing live.
Okay, so here's what we do.
Me here, and then the delay one over here.
Perfect. Okay, so here's what we have up here.
Yep,
so at the very top, where we can choose our pages, we have a collections and collections list. So, okay, let's go to our collections list. Now, from here, we should be able to actually add
a product.
Add a product. Okay, that is not where we add the product. Where we add the product. Dun, 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 dun. Products. Go figure. Okay, so we are going to create a template for our products. Products page. Okay, that's not loading. Boy, is this making us look really smart here.
To be fair, we screw this up on a daily basis.
Oh, constantly. Okay, so we are going to say...
So it's okay.
Okay, so let's say we want to have a couple different collections here. We want to have a men's collection and a women's collection.
And a Matt Harmon collection.
Right, that's, he's an interesting kind of guy. Okay, so there is that collection page. Where do we add the products for the collection page? Let's see. On second thought, we shouldn't have done this on the fly.
On second thought, we should
have practiced this a little bit more.
Going a lot faster too.
We should have. We wasted a lot of time. Let's see.
But we
products. Here we go. So back on this page, we have products. We're gonna make it happen. Let's see. We're gonna add our own product here, and we're gonna say men's sunglasses. Okay. Product description. We're just gonna add some stuff there. Okay. So we want an image on this product.
And we know that one image does work, so let's go with it.
We know that one image
works.
That's
an 813 kilobyte file. That's what we want right there.
Absolutely.
Lower resolution.
Okay, so from here, you can actually add, is the product active? The type, vendor, collection, style, tags for SEO purposes. You can set the price of this product. We're going to say $100. Compare price at, well, we're going to ignore that for now. Cost
$275,000.
Now, you also have...
Not a bargain.
Right, and you also have this here, which is cost per item. Customers won't see this. This is actually for your data.
This is for you.
Right.
This is your margin. This is where you can track your margin.
Right, so we're going to say this cost us $50, and we're going to sell it at $100. It's going to there it is right there, margin and profit. So, inventory, we're going to say this SKU is number 1, 2, 3, 4, and our barcode, we're not going to worry about that for now. Let's see...
Continue selling when out of stock.
Right, and that's a bad idea. But some people do it. Some people do it. Shop locations.
I'm going to tell you that it is this is from the business manager, not the marketing side. So this is coming from me. The selling when you're out of stock, do it to a certain point.
Right.
A backlog, a healthy backlog, is a good thing to have.
Right, exactly.
It's okay. It's okay to sell even if you don't have it.
As long as you're sure you can get back in stock in order to send the product to the customer.
There is a time frame that you need to know that you're going to be able to fulfill these orders.
Mm-hmm.
But having a backlog, that actually should be your goal. You should not be going, hey, I've got a box of sunglasses. Now I can sell these sunglasses.
Right.
Those sunglasses should be sold when they're on the truck on their way to you, even before you ordered them.
Right. We have
You're
less
not
than 1
trying
minute,
to sell
David.
what you have. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Now for shipping purposes.
I could be a couple minutes late.
Now for shipping purposes, you want to add the weight of the product. This is also for your data, so the system knows how much to charge for shipping. Country or region, we're going to say this is all U.S. based. So we're going to say only selling in the U.S. of A. Okay. This product has options like size, color, yada, yada. No, it does not. This is actually the SEO of what this product is going to look like when somebody searches for this product. Men's sunglasses. And we
wicked cool sunglasses, yeah.
Right, you can name this anything. And we can actually add more description to make it more SEO friendly. Also, this would have our normal URL, not this dummy URL that's added. And once this all looks good, we're going to save this product. And I actually originally set this up to create 4 products for this, so we'd have a fully fleshed out website. But I think we're running out of time, so we're gonna forget this.
Just this one. When you get it published, and show you that that's what it took to build, not just a website, an e-commerce site.
Right. So on
you can transact business. So do not use this and go buy sunglasses, guys. We will cancel your orders.
So on this front page, you want to go down to collections. Delete the normal homepage collection. Well, let's see. We have the normal homepage collection. We're going to rename this men's sunglasses. Normally you delete this and create a new one for the category, but we're just going to reuse this because it's already there. And there'd be a description, product information, but it already has one in there. So we are going to say save. Now what you want to do is you want to go back down to your... once you already have all your products listed in there, naturally you'd have more than just one. you go back and you want to customize your template. So this takes us back to the customized template. And guess what? This is going to line up the products that we just added. Hopefully you would have better sized images. This is for demonstration purposes only. As you saw, our images are actually too large because we're doing this on the fly. We weren't actually... we're doing that, and we're doing this on purpose to show you how easy it is, not necessarily to rush through and do a crappy job.
Yes, even with trying to rush through this and get this crushed into, I think we started really building this thing with about 12 minutes.
Yeah, literally.
So
this next section down, this is actually something that's built into this specific template, which is customer testimonials. We don't actually want customer testimonials, so we're going to go in and we're going to delete this section.
I did it on my one over in GoDaddy too. I got rid of the customer testimonials.
And eventually you might want to add testimonials. In this case, I don't.
Yeah.
This next
I don't like testimonials. You know what? We don't have time. Go for it.
Yeah. This next section is image with text. So let's say that you have a product that you specifically want to highlight. You'd add the product image, you'd give the name of the product and a short description. And then guess what? You'd have a Shop Now button that you could then add a link to your product, to that specific product. So you'd add that product linked directly to this image. Mm-hmm. So we're just going to fly through. We're going to assume that is the way we want it because we are desperately running out of time. And then there's a few of these that we can easily delete. So let's say we only want the one. We don't want this one. We're going to remove this section. I have a lot of these things. Okay. We're going to delete quite a few of these.
Well, I mean, it kind of shows you as to why this was such a highly rated, how flexible it is, mm-hmm. how much impact it can give you, especially in the SEO realm.
Right.
Plus,
absolutely.
its ease of use is. I mean, there's nothing in here that once you're into the building of the site that you shouldn't be able to go, all right, I don't know anything about this. I want to start at the top mm-hmm. and I want to work my way down.
Right.
Do absolutely. I want this? No. Click it, go through, delete. Do I want this? Yes. Next subfield. Oh, I like it to do this. You fill that out. Next subfield, fill that out, and you make the changes all the way through. You need no education, mm-hmm. no training, nothing whatsoever. So
in
easy,
addition,
even a caveman can do it.
Right. In addition, you can actually go in and say you want a different type of section that isn't actually part of this template. Guess what? Right here, add section. You can actually see a bunch of different. You can do a search for all the different types of sections you can add here. So you can have blog posts added in here. You can have contact forms. You can have custom liquid sections, which means, let's say you have a video that you want to highlight that shows people showing off your product. You can add that in this custom liquid section. Email sign up, which is vital. This is already here built into this specific footer. Image banners. There are dozens of customizations that you can add to these things. More video stuff, rich text. It's all there. So even though we didn't fully build the website, let's go ahead and say let's say this is the way we want it. Okay.
That's what we want.
Right. Let's say this is
at 8:04 p.m. That's what we want.
Let's say exactly at the 12:01 hour. This is what we want. Yeah. So we hit save. We saved this template the way we wanted. We are now exiting this section. And you want to go back to your main page because we now need to publish this page. So what we can do, I think we want to go to, is it preferences? I hope so. We want to title our homepage. We're going to call this Underdog Eyewear. And a page description. Now, what this is going to do between the homepage title and the homepage description, this is more SEO stuff. This is going to make your web page findable on Google, on mm-hmm. any search engine. So you want to use as many keywords as possible. And remember, you only have 320 characters to work in. So it might even be useful to use one of the AI engines to write this for you. So.
Well, there's also things you can do here, and you can use some of our tactics we've given you guys in the past. Hi, Dave and Deanna. But in our past, we've talked about how you can niche down, and there's also some tools that we've shown you in the past where you can find hash browns, hashtags, and these buzzwords and keywords that have this many posts, and we don't want one that has 20 million posts on it, because you're lost in the den. We don't necessarily want one that has 2, because it's not going to be found.
Right.
But there's some sweet spots on each one of these words. So again, all of these tools, all the way up to this, you've gotten from the Underdog Journey for free.
Absolutely.
All of this stuff has been given to you already for free.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, down here is the next part of the SEO searchability, is your social sharing. So you can actually automatically share your product and your page to your social channels. You can do all of that. And why I say that's important for SEO is you're getting your keywords out there more associated with your shop. You are
Plus your keywords are going to show up on multiple sites as well, because you're sharing with the social media.
Correct. Google Analytics account. One thing that you're going to want is as much data as possible. And guess what? Shopify's data that we'll show you at another time is super robust. Your sales data is going to be spot on. And if you can add Google Analytics on top of that, we'll have a whole show on Google Analytics later.
Yeah.
But you are going to have every piece of data you can ever imagine. Things like Facebook pixels for tracking your customers as far as their interests and where they go and what. It sounds creepy, but I'm telling you, when you're selling products, you want the data. You want as much data as you can.
This is also one of the things that I want to talk about. We've talked about big data in the past. Hopefully, they don't shut us off this time. But we've talked about big data in the past. Big data actually doesn't really care whether. Anna, I'm going to pick on you. Anna, one of our common viewers. Big data doesn't really actually care about what Anna is doing specifically. Big data cares about the aggregate of the data of this demographic.
Right.
I have a shirt that says "Kiss My Glass," but they care about the aggregate of the data, not necessarily the individual person. They want to know what the trend is, not what you are doing specifically, but they want to know, okay, male, female. Ooh, right. There's a pretty easy split. We're going to go female because Anna's. So we're going to go female, 25, 35. 35, 45, on and on. They're going to break this stuff down, and we're talking about the data collection there. Those are the type of categories that they're trying to pull. Not necessarily you are doing this. We talk about it and how creepy it is, because we listen to, we talk about things and all of a sudden they show up in our stuff there. It literally is, hey, here's a keyword that he said, and he mixes this demographic. He'll probably be interested in that.
Right. Exactly. If you are interested in protecting your customers' data, here's something that you're going to love: customer privacy. And they actually recommend collecting customer data after consent. So if you're selling in Europe, let's say, there's a GDPR, I think it's called GDPR laws, that basically don't allow collecting customer cookie data without their consent first, which is why every time you go to a website, you get that, hey, this website collects cookies.
Yeah, every freaking website. Every freaking website you go to.
Right, that's for Europe. Thank you, GDPR. So you can actually
we'll get it. That's not even a whole other show. We just literally just touch on topics that could be 10 shows.
Easily. But you can actually implement the same thing here if you so choose. If you're selling in the States, though, you don't necessarily have to.
And you should.
Right, you should. But you don't necessarily
have to. Because if somebody comes from outside and buys from you, when you start dealing with international sales, you've got things you've got to pay attention to. And if you need help with those, reach out to me. I can give you a general idea of where to go to find out. I can't tell you it all. It's not my area of expertise, but I can tell you who you can go to that actually has those expertise to do that kind of business.
Right, exactly. And of course, if there is the California Customer Privacy Act, the CCPA, that says a customer has the right to opt out of all of your communications and data tracking, you can easily activate that right here with a single click of a button.
And this is on top of the
think about any
laws as well.
Right. So you don't have to think about any of this stuff. So it's all right there for you. Now, let's say everything is the way you want it. It's perfect. You want to activate your website. Well, what you need to do is right now your website is behind a password protected area. Now, let's say you still want to take advantage of your 14-day free trial period. Well, unfortunately, you have to opt into a plan to be eligible for that 14 days of free use. So I'm going to switch out of this because it might ask for some credit card information. So we're going to go back to David, and I'm going to enter information here that I don't want to do a little
song and dance. What do I need to do? Oh, so you're entering the data over there. Hopefully nobody screenshot the password that was on the screen there.
Right.
Make sure you change that password.
Right,
Because
exactly.
we don't want anything.
Oh.
We don't want anything crazy happening.
Yeah, exactly. All that's getting changed right now. So, let's see. I'm actually eligible for a 50% off yearly. So instead of the $29, I'm going to pay the $14. So I'm going to choose that plan. $14 a month. So I have that. You can actually opt in for up to 3 years of that price, which is a pretty great price. I'm going to say I only want 1 year of this. I'm going to select that billing cycle. I'm going to enter my information here. Sorry, it's going to take a little longer than I thought it would to enter this information. All right.
So how's the weather been up there?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I've been in the South, and it's hot. Damn hot.
Yeah, you were at Myrtle Beach not too long ago, weren't you?
Yeah, I was actually out on a beach in Charleston, South Carolina, and I went over to Myrtle Beach as well. Both of which were hot. That was my takeaway. It's hot.
Yeah, no kidding.
There's people that live down here, man. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I forgot to say hi. We got some friends that I invited to watch us from a Irish pub I stumbled across and stumbled out of as well.
You were in an Irish pub and I wasn't there? That's not cool, man.
I do. There's a couple places I try to find when I go into all the cities. I try to find a good steakhouse.
Okay.
And I try to find an Irish pub. Those are kind of two of my things that I try to do as I travel a good bit. Now in Boston, you can't stumble into anywhere that's not a freaking Irish pub. But in other places, they're not as hey, you didn't like this one, go next door. There's another Irish pub. So I found a really good one down here. And we were having a great time, and there were some friends. Young man, I can't remember his name, celebrating his birthday. He had 5 absolute gorgeous women with him, so high five, great job.
He's doing well, all right.
Yeah, he pulled it hard.
Jeez.
And so he was partying the right way. So if they're watching, thanks for joining in, and we've got some other folks that may or may not be watching that are in the area. So we will see how it all plays out. I will touch base with most of them here soon. And if you guys don't know, if you're a new viewer on here, if you don't know, when we're doing these live, we actually encourage you guys to drop it in the comments and talk to us, because we know there's a bit of a delay, but we will interrupt ourselves to go back and say hi. And, tonight we've got David Deanna Whitman out there watching us, and we got Jeff Leffingwell, who is a longtime viewer of the show here out supporting us again tonight. So we do appreciate that.
All right. So,
and of course, Anna Calendar, because can't go anywhere.
Of course, Anna Calendar.
You can't party without Anna.
All right. So, okay, I entered my credit card information. So, some things that we can do now are we can actually fully activate the website. Let's see. We can add a domain if we wanted to add a domain. We can select payment options. Let's see. Add a domain. You can connect an existing domain or buy a new one. Let's see. I'm going to.
You're going to scroll a bit. We're blocked by the images.
All right. So the domain, I kind of like the way it is now. Okay. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm not going to change that. But like I said, you can either buy a domain here. That's your www.whatever. Or connect to an existing domain if you happen to already have one through like GoDaddy or something like that. After this, you can go to your payments. Now, from here, Shopify payments are super, super easy. I would recommend just using this, but you can also include PayPal, which people love. You can also do Amazon Pay built in. Manual payment methods. Let's say you don't like any of these. You want to have something linked directly to certain accounts in weird ways to a Swiss bank account. You can add that here.
Yeah.
So all of that is right here.
Just as a recommendation, I would just start with the native platform. Maybe the PayPal. Amazon Pay is not really out there very much yet, but PayPal and your basic stuff. You start messing with banking stuff now. You got to make sure you know what you're doing.
Right,
so
like I said,
don't play with that.
Yeah, activate Shopify payments is the easiest way to go. And I'm not going to click on this because it's probably going to want me to enter more bank account information. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to assume that's set up the way we like it. After this, you can go to checkout. You can change your customer's checkout options. You can collect phone number and email address, just email address. You can require different naming options, things like this. And these are all things that you're going to want because you need your customer data.
You need your customer data. And I would honestly, as much as you can, if you can get a phone number and an email address, that's golden. And especially if you've already had them select, yes, you can collect my data and terms and conditions apply and all that fun jazz. Now, because all this stuff goes to data collectors, big data. We've talked about it many, many times.
Right.
But getting that stuff will actually bring you value, because that's a customer portfolio that you own.
Absolutely.
And you want that data.
Right. Absolutely. You also have your shipping options here. So you can change from worldwide or just domestic. You can also update custom shipping rates. Let's say you already know what your product is going to cost to ship. You can have custom shipping rates, or based on the information we added earlier and the location where the product is going to ship, it can auto-calculate those shipping rates for you. There's my home address. That's fun. Okay, so you can also have local delivery options as well. Beyond
all
this,
the ladies just screenshot.
Well, look, I'm very popular. Beyond this, you have taxes and duties. So you can update your taxes for, here's the thing, based on your product, you're going to have probably different tax rates. I know for a fact that, dog treats, dog food, pet food has different tax rates in different states because there are different laws associated with it. If you're selling, tobacco products, you're going to have different tax rates associated with it. So this is where you'd set all of this in tax and duties. So we're not going to go through all this. We're going to say we're selling T-shirts. We have just basic local taxes. So after this, you can go through endless options here. But all of this is correct. We're going to say all of these products are right. So we are going to say we are done with this section. All of this stuff is set up. Let's see. Have you successfully subscribed to a basic Shopify plan? Yes, I have.
No, it says you have successfully. It's telling you you've done it. How do you feel? How did you hear today? So now it's getting market data for themselves.
Right, exactly. So I'm reading quickly. That's why I'm not paying much attention to what I'm doing. But basically, we have a fully functional website here that technically, if that one product that we added was a real product, you could go on this website and buy it. Yep. It is literally that easy.
Can we type in the URL and go take a peek at it?
Well, let's see. Here we go. This is our Shopify shop. Bad image banner. A single product that is sold out because guess what? It's not a real product.
Yeah, we don't have it. Please don't go on there and try to buy it.
Right. So here's what the product.
I will send you a rock.
And look at this. It's not bad. The product page isn't bad. I mean, again, it has all dummy information here, but you can select your quantity. If it was here, you can put it in your shopping cart. You could have the list of materials, shipping information, dimensions. I mean, all of this stuff is fully customizable. I have my categories, my catalog. I can even click here to go back to the homepage of that one product. And as you see here, underdog-sunglasses.myshopify.com. This is a live website. Now, had I actually updated this would have my actual domain, not .shopify. This would have my background images. It would have multiple products with videos and blog posts and all that kind of fun stuff. Here's the video section right here. Yeah. And in fact, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to build offline another website in this place with products that you can buy that we will talk about probably next week with Stevie from Big Bentley's Pet Supply. And we're going to walk through the whole process. But literally we went over time, but in general, it's about a half hour. With zero background into the new interface, we built an eComm website. It's not pretty because we spent a half hour on it, but it does technically work. So it's literally that easy. If you spend an afternoon in this, you could make a gold website. I mean, you can make a website that just looks brilliant.
Yeah, and you got to also remember, you won't be presenting a show or having a person interrupting you.
Right, you probably won't be speaking at top speed the entire time while trying to do this in front of a live audience all over the world. Yeah. So that makes a big difference.
there is. I mean, and to Bill do this. If you never got to watch Bob Ross was amazing because you didn't realize it because of how calm he was, but he was painting at just a furious pace to get that into the, I think, what, 21 minutes or whatever it was of those shows.
There's a reason Bob Ross was a legend.
Yeah.
So look, again, it wasn't pretty, but it was a fully functional eComm website.
Yeah.
That if the product were real, you could buy at least that one product. And we did it in about a half hour while we're talking about the whole thing, and not having any idea what we're doing on this specific platform. So
on a platform we're not familiar with, and doing it while. So we don't know what's in these screens. We don't know what's going to come up. We don't know when it's going to flash West's home address on it.
Right.
It just kind of we adapt and overcome, keep going.
Right, but that's the thing. The whole point of the show was to demonstrate how easy this actually is. So no matter what your product is, if you're making soap at home or candles, or you're drawing on somebody's sneakers and selling those, look, you can build a website in an afternoon that has full eComm functionality. And here's the great thing about any of these: Shopify, Wix, Squarespace. You're not only going to get the data back, you're going to get full analytics that you can then use for your own tax purposes for your business, right? Which is super, super valuable. So all of your tax information, all of your data, all your customer data, your website hosting is going to be in this one area that, again, you can put together in an afternoon. It's actually amazing that you can build something so robust that functions so well. You can build it so easily yourself. I mean, literally, my grandmother could go in and build an eComm website with this if she spent a little bit of time. So I know you're getting pinged to go in a dozen different directions.
Yeah, it's like, hey man, what's up, bro?
Right, exactly. So we're gonna wrap it up. Next week we are gonna have Stevie Evans from Big Bentley's Pet Supply. In the meantime, go to BigBentley'sPetSupply.com, check out his products, and come back next week. Let us know what you think, because he is making some amazing products, and we can't wait to talk about it again. In the meantime, I've been West. This guy's been David, and we will see you next time.
Infatuated with the in-between.